Namaste. I, JVN Sheetal Singh, Assistant Professor at Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur, in Faculty of Pharmaceutical Science. So, previously we have started our third unit of pharmacology of ANS. Now, today our topic is neurohormonal transmission in the ANS. So, let's start this topic. First, before starting this topic, you must know what is neurohormonal transmission. The transmission of impulse through synapses and neuroeffector junction by the release of chemical, or we can say the hormone substance, is the neurohormonal transmission. So once again I will repeat, it is the transmission of impulse through synaptics and neuroeffector junction by releasing of some chemical. So now I'm sharing you a screen which you can see how the nervous system is divided and what is its type. So here you can see this, the nervous system is there. Then the peripheral nervous system, it is divided into two types, the peripheral nervous system and the central nervous system. Then it is divided into, again the peripheral is divided into two types, autonomic nervous system and somatic nervous system. And then central nervous system is also from brain and the spinal cord. Then sympathetic nervous system, the autonomic nervous system is again two, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. And from the brain, it is forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. So you can see the further distribution of that. So the autonomic nervous system, ANS, is a peripheral complex of the nerve, plexus, and ganglia that are organized to the modulate the involuntary activity of secretory glands, smooth muscles, and vascular organ. The ANS also has been termed the visceral, involuntary, and vegetative nervous system. So in the peripheral, ANS nerves, ganglia, plexus, innervation of the to the heart, blood vessels, secretory gland, and visceral organs, smooth muscles in the various tissue. Now you must know what is the afferent nerve tract or outflow. Supply motor intervention to visceral structure. The afferent segment of the ANS divided into the two segments as I show you in the diagram, in the flow chart, like sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So our first is catecholamines. Catecholamines are the compound contain a catechol moiety, a benzene ring with two adjacent hydroxyl group and an amine side chain. The most important one are noradrenaline, norepinephrine, a transmitter released by the synaptic nerve terminal. Now, the adrenaline and epinephrine are hormones secreted by the adrenal medulla. Dopamine, the metabolic precursor of non-adrenaline and adrenaline, also a transmitter, neuromodulator in the central nervous system. Isoprenaline, isoprenolol, a synthetic derivative of non-adrenaline not present in the body. Now, the non-adrenergic neurons in the periphery are the postganglionic synaptic neuron whose cell bodies are situated in synaptic ganglia. They generally have long axons that end in the series of varicocets stretch along the branching terminal network. These contain the number of synaptic vessels which are the site of synthetic and release of non-adrenaline. So, these are stored in the vesicle and release the exocytosis. Now, the non-adrenaline synthesis. The metabolic precursor for non-adrenaline is L-tyrosine, an aromatic amino acid that is present in the body fluid and is taken up by the adrenergic neuron. Tyrosine hydroxylase, a cytosolic enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of tyrosine to dopa dihydroxyphenyl Larin. This above hydroxylate step is the main control point for the adrenaline synthesis. This is called the rate limiting step. Tyrosine hydrolase is inhibited by the end product of the biosynthetic pathway, non-adrenaline. The biosynthetic pathway for non-adrenaline synthesis is the rate limiting step. First the tyrosine, then the tyrosine hydroxylase work on dopa, then the dopa decarboxylase work converted into the dopamine, and then the dopamine from the dopamine beta hydroxylase converted into non-adrenaline, then by the phenethylamine and methyl transferase enzyme, it is converted into the adrenaline. So this is the main biosynthesis pathway. The non-adrenaline synthesis follow. The tyrosine analog alpha methyrosine strongly inhibit the tyrosine hydroxylase and has been used experimentally to block the non-adrenaline synthesis. The next step, conversion of dopa to dopamine, is catalyzed by the dopa carboxylase, a cytosolic enzyme that is by no means confined to catecholamine synthesizing cell. Dopa decarboxylase activity is not rate limiting for non-adrenaline synthesis. It is relatively non-specific enzyme and catalyzes the decarboxylation of various other um, aromatic amino acids such as L-histidine, L-thiophylline, which are precursor in the synthesis of histamine. Dopamine, beta hydroxylase, DBH, is also a relatively non-specific enzyme that catalyzes the conversion of dopamine to noradrenaline. Many drugs inhibit dopamine beta hydroxylase DBH, including the copper chelate agent and disulfiramide, a drug used mainly for its side effect on ethanol metabolism. Now, the phenylethylamine and methyl transferase PNMT catalyzes the N-methylation of non-adrenaline to adrenaline, the main location to this enzyme. Now, now we will study the storage of non-adrenaline. Most of the non-adrenaline is stored in the nerve terminal, or we can say the chromaffin cell. is contained in synaptic vessels. Only a little is free in the cytoplasm under normal circumstances. The concentration in the vessels is very high. It's 0.3 to 1 mole per liter and is maintained by the vesicular monoamine transporter, VMAT, which is similar to the amine transporter responsible for non-adrenaline uptake into the nerve terminal. The vesicles contain two major constituents beside non-adrenaline, namely the ATP, about 4 molecules per molecule of the non-adrenaline. This substance is released along with non-adrenaline. Now we will see the release of the non-adrenaline. Non-adrenaline with ATP are released by exocytosis. Transmitter release occurs normally by calcium ions mediated exocytosis from the varicocytes on the terminal network. Non-exocytotic release occur in response to indirect acting symptomatic drugs, for example, amphetamine, which displays non-adrenaline from the vesicles. Non-adrenaline escape by the net transporter, reverse transporter. Transmitter action is terminated mainly by uptake of non-adrenaline into nerve terminal. Net is blocked by tricycline, antidepressant drug, and cocaine. Non-adrenaline release is controlled by autoinhibitory feedback mediated by alpha-2 receptor. Co-transmission occur at many uh, non-adrenergic nerve terminal ATP and neuropeptide Y, being frequently co-released with the NA. ATP mediates the early phase of smooth muscle contraction in response to the sympathetic nervous activity or nerve activity. Non-adrenaline, by acting on presympathetic beta-2 receptor, can regulate its own release and also that of co-released ATP. Feedback control of non-adrenaline release. The parasympathetic alpha-2 receptor inhibits calcium influx in response to the membrane depolarization by an action of the beta and gamma subunit of associated G protein, the voltage dependent. So the depolarization of the nerve terminal cause activation of the calcium channel. The calcium channel opens and calcium ion enter into the cell. The calcium ion influx cause depolarization inside the cell. Depolarization lead to exocytotic release of non-adrenaline with ATP from these vessels. Released NA bind to the postsynaptic receptor and produce the respective effect. And A bind to the alpha-2 adrenoreceptor, which is autoreceptor. It inhibits the NA release. Now, the GI and GNON, that are the alpha subunit of GPCR, they are responsible for the three activities. G1 regulate the opening of potassium channel and the inhibition of the adenyl cyclase. G0 regulate the opening of the calcium channel and the potassium channel open and the calcium channel move outside the cell. This causes the repolarization of the cell. This inhibits the exocytosis of Na. The inhibition of the adenyl cyclase inhibits the conversion of ATP to CAMP. This inhibits the opening of calcium channel. This inhibits the exocytosis of Na. So this is how the non-adrenaline is released. So your question is, first question, what is the mechanism of the storage and the release of non-adrenaline? What do you mean by nervous system and how the nervous system is divided? So you have to complete these two questions by while learning from this video. Hope you will understand this. For any query, you can comment below. Namaste.